Welcome to the first episode of North Valley Unplugged. This is Vivan Pagaria.
This is Suhani Nathani, and this podcast is brought to you by the computer science students of class 11.
On this podcast, we will be discussing school activities and upcoming events, interviewing field professionals and our school alumni to give you an idea what it is like to be a student in North Valley.
Mr. Ranjit Das received his bachelor's and master's degree from St. Stephen's College, Delhi University. He then went on to do a MSc in Educational Studies from Oxford University. He served in Woodstock School from 1980 to 92 as a teacher, HOD, and finally as the high school coordinator. He was also the chairman for Education Committee of Woodstock School and a member of the board of directors of Woodstock School and Aurangabad Police Public School.
So let's go back to the very start. How did you come to the city first, and how did the concept of North Valley originate?
See, Aurangabad was one of the fastest growing cities in Asia in the 80s and early 90s. A lot of industry had come, but they lacked social infrastructure, that is, schools and hospitals. So the industrialists of Aurangabad, such as Mr. Madhur Bajaj, Mrs. Bajaj, Mr. Gupta, Mr. Dhoot, they felt that we need a good school. So Madhur Bajaj was from Doon School. He contacted the headmaster of Doon School and said, "Can you help us set up a school?" Now, Mr. Ramchandani was now a consultant, so he came and made a plan, a blueprint. And one of his jobs was to select a principal. And so he knew me from Woodstock, and that's how I came, because of my experience and knowledge of education in an American international school.
So, when you became the principal of North Valley School, we are sure you had certain expectations and visions for the school. So, when was the point when you felt that you accomplished these missions?
So my mission was to have a school with international standards, the best practices, since I had come from an American international school, but rooted in Indian culture and the Indian education system. So I think it took about 5 years to get this done, get the teachers trained, get the students and parents to understand what we meant. So that initial concept was established in the first 5 years. But the other vision is to make it the best school in the world, and that's an ongoing work. It's work in progress.
Very well, sir.
So why do people hold North Valley in such high regards, and what makes it different from other schools?
I think North Valley gives this all-round education where it's not just the mind and the brain which is developed, but also your physical strength, your emotional strength, and your spiritual inclinations. And that is the base of our education. And then the second thing is that all our students who have left North Valley are doing very well in life because they have these skills that I have just talked about. They are in the top universities and colleges in the world, and they're working in the top multinational companies, Indian companies. Some are in the civil service, and those who've gone into business have really expanded their businesses to reach great heights.
It is also interesting to know that in our school song we sing NVS ko banayenge ek chota sa Bharat. And on account of Republic Day, what message would you like to give to our listeners?
The main message is remain united and work hand in hand to make your nation great. The Sone ki Chidiya, which used to be India in its ancient history, needs to be restored. And India has been doing very well since its independence. And now that the basic democracy has been established, now we need economic growth and social cohesion.
Thank you for your time, sir. It was indeed an insightful session.
Thank you for tuning into this episode of our podcast. We appreciate your time and look forward to having you back next week for another insightful session. Stay connected, and until then, take care.